Greetings, Taurus. Thanks for stopping by. This is for the next 2 weeks, and it is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I did get a few words for you beforehand. So Taurus, it felt very, very heavy. So for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, yeah, it was like kind of a heavy energy, like an unnecessary worry. And there's something about abandonment, grief, and taking those emotions and changing our perspective for a higher outcome when we look back at the things that maybe were not really like a lamentation, but it might be. This is a time of tempering the mind, and we'll feel an injection of a universal compassion. And it's something that will allow us to address things that we may not have been able to address in the past. So no fear. And it's like self-love, but with the attention that needs to balance with the community. And we also, on the flip side of that, need to use our intuition and be wary of casting pearls before swine. That was interesting as well. So, yeah, definitely have to tap into that Empress energy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do upside downsies. That was the Hermit. Time to come out of the closet, y'all. Whatever that means for you. So Taurus, next 2 weeks. Again, thank you for stopping by. Do that whole like, share, subscribe thing. Leave a comment. I can never get enough comments. I can be a little bit of a chatterbox for sure, but let's see what is in store for Taurus next 2 weeks. This is timeless, and this is something where you will be able to utilize the information here to your highest good. We will draw from the source, the original source, the original one, the original word. Things might filter down through the Akash. Things also might be, for clarity, transitioning from, I don't know if you've ever received a kind of like a God-inspired type message, what you might consider that, where the feeling and the vibration that you might feel is beyond words. It just, words can't do it. I don't care what language you have. But it's that kind of an energy that that's why we have to kind of go through some of these other courses that will take it from the Akash. People think of that as like a hall of records. We need 9 cards for this because it's going to be 3 past. Past will bring us to what we need to know in the now. We're going to see where we are right now and what energies can be helpful to us in bringing that into the present as a preparatory piece of information. And again, this isn't a personal reading. If you want that, you're going to have to check out my website and reach out to me. Just send me an email and I'll make it happen. Booking times are somewhat limited, but like I said, I usually can make things work. Whoa! All right, so there are clarifiers in here as well, I guess. Wowzers. So let's take it from the top. Alrighty, we were quite settled. We had everything. We had everything in the past, so let's see if we can't bring that into the future. I mean, we're well protected. We have, like I said, we have everything we need. This is like a wish fulfillment, dream come true. You have everything. You have everything here, right? That's where I feel like there's the heart. The heart is going to be coming into play. This is very grounded and very earthy, obviously. Oops, sorry. And there was youthful passion. So here, there's a wolf at the bottom of that card. Oh, you can see I'm kind of dim. But in here, at the young lady's feet, is a tiger. So we have the loyalty, the comfort, the companionship, in addition to the fire and the passion of youth. And, the moon is here, and that to me says there's some mystery involved. There's some excitement. I don't know if we're missing the past or what. Yeah, are we missing the past? Well, in the past, we've had some regrets about maybe having like an argument. I don't know if this person that you had the argument with is still here, but it's something to consider, to pull forward in the here and now. Because that energy that we've experienced in the past, we kind of press it away from us, and this feels like we need to bring it into where we're at and utilize it, because it was extremely valuable. Because to me, this says you may have had all the earthly goods, but on the passion and compassion side, maybe there was some immature wielding of the passion. And it may have caused some skirmishes, misunderstandings in communications even. So we're still processing what had happened in the past, because here we are, Earth, and then now Earth, and this is now. And we're kind of weighing things out, seeing where things fit. This feels like relationships. And I know I'm kind of feeling like a lot of times, I don't want to say it's like cold. There's not like a feeling of coolness, there's not like an emotional coolness. I think what people interpret as coolness is cut to the chase directness. Yeah. You're kind of getting burned out, man. You're feeling the burn. So all this fiery energy of the past, it's like catching up to us, right? You're staying grounded. I mean, it might feel a little shaky here, but you're pretty grounded. So Aries also had the Four of Swords. And between feeling burned out, you just need to take some time out, and maybe you are. Taking some time out's a good thing. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's summer. It's coming up to summer here in a few weeks. So this is a good time to do a little staycation and maybe tap into some healthier memories. Yeah. Can't make this up. Page of Earth. Pulling in the youthful. I mean, it's like there's a well of youth and positive energy that can get us reconnected to this aspect of self. How can we, because this is fire and this is fire. There's hope here. There's hope here. You might look at that and say, what are you talking about, man? But I feel like there's hope here, because this is not really a lesson learned, but then again, maybe it is. Let's break that repeating cycle. Dude. So with this page of fire, with this youthful energy, we've kind of burned ourselves out a little bit, but we're going to get some help. We need to concentrate less on what we don't have and more on what we do have. It's, even like I said, even though this is the past, this is part of us now. And even though this is the future, it is part of us now. We have access to these energies now. I don't know if that makes sense, but. And again, this is like we need to be tapping into those themes, ideas, the messages, the messenger of water, We need to tap into those heartfelt messages, right? So these are our clarifiers, so let's see where this is at. We're hanging on. We are hanging on. We are waiting for this. We are waiting for this. The wait ends now. Because if you pull in these energies now, if you have the remembrance of the past and feel that energy, I know you've had these feelings before, where you are able to tap into this stuff. Moving on. And as soon as we're able to move on and realize that, it's like it's in the past, but, you never totally sever the good stuff. You untie the cords from the past, and you bring the good stuff with you in your vessel. You're traveling. This is another travel card. And this is where we're bringing our passion. We're bringing our passion into it. Wow. And we are the Empress. That's really like fullness. $1111. In that traditional card, it has 2 wands on each side. And it's not like the 6. That's like that victory celebratory card. This is a commitment. Oh, it's like I can feel it, but remember I was talking about, it's like I don't have the words for it. I don't have the words for what this is a represent, maybe because it's just like for too many different variables, but it's not like a victory, but it is a commitment. It's a celebration. And even though some of these things haven't happened, it doesn't matter. We can still tap into that because technically it has happened, and you have to feel that now. That's a now thing. Okay. So let's find some energy cards for some sacred geometry cards for Taurus. I like that one right away. Integration. This is kind of what we're trying to do, right? Realization. We're trying to manifest. That's a form of manifestation. We have to know what we want. There's the concept. Excuse me. Jeez Louise, it's like trying to get away from me. I think things are really on the move. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I was surprised that the Chariot didn't come up. Gaia. There's a lot of earth energy here. There's a lot of earthy energy. Gaia, the frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another. Yeah, just as we are to our great earth and to the universe that birthed us all. So what I would recommend, if you want to get that stability in your life, you can go ahead and pause the video and just take a snapshot of that card and just keep it. Just keep it with you. Integration, we saw that earlier. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. That's what I feel like she is. She is that harmonious, balanced life energy, right? She's got it all. She has all the ideas. She has everything that she needs, and she has more than enough and is willing to share it. One more. Thank you. All right. That's our goal. You can't really see that. It says universal love. There it is. Universal love. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole existence itself. Wowzers. This is like, it's like the pinnacle and the foundation. So it's like if it could be here, it could also be here. It's like it needs to be elevated. Because that's ultimately what it is. It should cover every single card that's here, because that's the connection. This is not unconditional love. Don't don't confuse that. I mean, there's always a condition to a relationship or a situation of caring. There's always something there. There's always some sort of a condition. So I hope that was helpful. Please do like, share, and subscribe, Taurus. I appreciate you so much. And, you know, I guess the thing is, I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.